Clerk. And the second proclamation, which Brad got us started on. Thank you for sharing your story, which is the more courage people have in bringing this forward, I think the more we can consider the importance of accepting everyone, regardless of what they're grappling with in life, and focusing on the positives that are possible through all of these challenges. It is my honor to be proclaiming ADHD Awareness Week in the City of Vancouver. So I'll read the proclamation, which has lots of content, and thanks to those who have contributed. I'm sure. Thank you. Whereas attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, is a neurodevelopment condition that affects approximately 8% of children and 5% of adults. Every mainstream medical, psychological, educational organization in the world now recognizes that ADHD is a chronic, impairing, and treatable medical condition that deserves the same recognition and access to services as depression or any other mental illnesses. And whereas with Vancouver's problems with drugs and crime, diagnosing and properly treating its citizens with ADHD saves taxpayer dollars and prevents needless human suffering. Research shows 20% or more of drug addicts and alcoholics have ADHD, and 21 to 45% of criminals in prison have ADHD. And whereas there are high rates of school dropouts, underemployment, and work problems, divorce, eating disorders, depression, and anxiety with ADHD, especially untreated ADHD. And whereas there are many positive characteristics of people with ADHD, especially when properly managed, high levels of creativity and energy, hyper-focus, and a willingness to challenge the status quo to create something new and innovative. 3 billionaires, several Olympic gold medalists, artists, entrepreneurs with ADHD have been very successful. And whereas some believe ADHD is overdiagnosed, yet 1 in every 2 children in Vancouver with ADHD and 9 in every 10 Vancouver adults with ADHD will go undiagnosed and untreated. And whereas there is a need for education of healthcare professionals, employers, and educators about the disorder, anti-stigma campaigns, and a need for well-trained mental health professionals capable of conducting proper diagnosis and treatment activities. Now, therefore, I, Gregor Robertson, the Mayor of the City of Vancouver, do hereby proclaim October 16th to 22nd, 2011 as ADHD Awareness Week in the City of Vancouver.